Hi Booktube, thank you so much for watching my channel, Books I'm Not Reading. I'm here today with sort of a mashup video. This time of year is, I love hearing people's reflections on their reading year, their goals for 2021, as well as I also, for some reason this time of year, I tend to discover a lot of new booktubers. And I really enjoy that, it's very exciting. And I've also been watching a lot of advice videos to booktubers. So this is kind of my take on that. It's sort of a mashup between advice as well as my goals for 2021. And you know, it's just the things we can and can't control. And so I'm going to start with the things we can't control, or that I feel that I can't control. And I want to preface all of this by saying you do you. So if something I say in this video doesn't jive with you, that's totally cool. Feel free to throw it all out the window. Eat the meat, spit out the bone, that sort of thing. So that's my overall best advice anyone has given me, and it's really helped me define my channel. So as far as things that we can't control, you know, sadly we can't control the number of views a video gets, the number or the tone of comments that are left on our videos. I did a poetry video this year, and I think it was 3 days before anyone left a comment on it. But the poetry videos are important for me because it motivates me to read poetry and to think about how to talk about it, and to introduce other people to those poets. So, you know, I just accept that they're not going to be, you know, these huge videos on my channel. The second thing is, sadly, we cannot control the number of subscribers we have. The other day, I was uploading a video, and in the time it took to upload the video, for some reasons I have no idea why, I lost 2 subscribers. And, you know, and it just is what it is, and there's not a lot of rhyme or reason to it. Sometimes you see a big spike in subscribers because somebody has shouted you out, and you may not be able to find out who that person was, the video, anything like that. There's just suddenly you see a spike. I know of at least one channel that started, well, actually 2 channels that have started after mine. One of them has thousands of subscribers. I am so grateful to, I think I have about 860 subscribers right now. Maybe less by the time this video gets posted, but yeah, so it's just one of those things that unfortunately we can't do anything about it. Number 3, we can't control how people interpret what we say on our videos or whether or not they like it. So I've had a couple, I don't know, snarky? Is that the right? I'm not sure if that's right. Maybe salty. One of my friends would use the term salty. So kind of salty comments. In the last month, one of them on Christmas Day of all days. And yeah, you know, I just try to respond as positively as I can and say, wow, like, thanks for sharing your opinion with me. That's interesting. And let it go. So I don't want to engage, and I do feel like my channel is a space where we can have animated discussions about things, and a long thread, a lot of comments, that kind of thing about something, and still agree just to disagree, I guess, if you will. So And number 4, I can't control the fact that I do have a life outside of BookTube. I don't ever imagine that I'm going to be a full-time booktuber and I'm going to make tons of money. This is a hobby, and I do it because I really enjoy it, and I so enjoy the people that I've met through BookTube. But it's a hobby. I'm not going to spend a fortune on equipment, on lighting. I don't have a fancy camera or anything like that. But again, like, if that's something that you want to do, that's your goal, then by all means, like, do what you want to do. Do your channel your way. So some of the things that we can control on our channel are our content. So this year, I've never set a Goodreads goal of how many books I'm going to read, but I decided this year I would, and so I'm going to set that goal at 50, which is less than I read last year, but some of the books I want to read are quite long, and so I might not be able to make 60, and also there's just other things going on in my life, and that may slow down my reading. I try to make the atmosphere on my channel very positive, because I think in general social media can be very toxic. It can be a very toxic place, and I don't want my channel to be that way. And I think that has got me some subscribers, but I also think, some people just aren't, they don't care about whether it's toxic or not, that sort of thing. So it's irrelevant, I guess, to them. I try not to swear on my channel very often, which Jason and I sometimes disagree about on camera. I just want people to feel like they can watch my videos and not worry if their children are walking in, if that's something that's a value that's important to them. I grew up in a home where saying the word crud bud, I got in trouble for that. I got in trouble for saying horse pucky. Meanwhile, in Jason's family, everything was said. So, number 2, I can control the events that I participate in and the degree to which I participate in those events. So even though I have participated in Booktober for, I think, the whole time I've been on BookTube, I haven't done very much with it, and so that's an event that I'm trying to figure out how I can embrace more fully on my channel. This year was the first year, this last year was the first time I was able to participate in Jane Austen July, and I really did embrace it, and I made a lot of videos, and I read a lot of books, and it was great. It was fantastic. So I do think participating in events is also a great way to grow your channel. Number 3, challenges and goals that I give myself. So this year, one of my goals, I have not finalized a list, so I'm not going to share it here. I will have a shelf on my Goodreads channel, so if you are curious about this project, but I've got 21 books that are going to be high priorities to read in 2021. And so I'm going to make a shelf for that on my Goodreads channel. And obviously I hope to read more than 21 books this year, but there's 21 books that I want to really make it a priority that I get to this coming year. And also I continue with my Pulitzer project. I've read all the books that have won the Pulitzer Prize for fiction, and I would do that with or without a BookTube channel. So I will still be doing that this year. So I do have some control over that. And number 4, and this is also a goal. So I can control my response to people's comments on my channel and my comments on other channels. And this is one area that I really, really want to work on in 2021, is leaving more comments on other booktubers channels, because I watch way more BookTube than then people are aware of, because lots of times I'm watching the video with Jason, but we're watching it on his iPad. So my iPad is somewhere in another room, turned off, something like that. And so I can't leave a comment. Lots of times I will tell Jason, like, oh, ask this question or say this or whatever, but it's not coming from me as far as what the comment is. So I really, really want to let a lot more of you know that I'm watching your channel. I'm interested in what you have to say. And so that is going to be a big, big priority for me in 2021. And finally, something that we do have control over is the name of our channel. Now, I realize you can change the name of your channel and you don't, lose subscribers or have to completely, start over from scratch or whatever. Although you can do that as well. You could delete your channel and then restart it. But so I wasn't aware of the impact of this when I started my channel. So Books I'm Not Reading came from an idea that a friend and I had. We were both unemployed at the time, and she really wanted to start a podcast, and she thought we should call it Books I'm Not Reading, because we talked a lot about books, but they were books we hadn't read or books we wanted to get to, and we weren't reading them, in part because, we were looking for jobs. And I like the name of my channel. It's memorable, and I'm gonna leave it as it is, but I will just say that searching for my channel, searching for if anyone has tagged me, is almost impossible to do. And I have seen some newer booktubers. There was one in particular, I loved their channel name, and the next time I looked, they had changed their name of the name of the channel to their actual name, and I don't know how to pronounce their name. I felt uncomfortable pronouncing, I don't want to mispronounce someone's name in trying to do them a favor. And so it is something to think about. Like, you want it to be something that's easy to spell, easy to say, and easy to find. There's a whole tag about books people are not reading. So those come up a lot. So it's just one of those things, but I've just decided to stick with it. And I did realize I forgot something. As far as content is concerned, yes, we can control the content or can decide what kind of content we want to do, but sometimes we make mistakes, like this one. My Saturday video, all of a sudden I start getting all of these comments about how, oh, Kelly, you know what? Evelyn Waugh was a man, not a woman. And I felt so stupid. But you know what? Like, it just is what it is, and I'll roll with it. But I do feel bad when I make those kinds of mistakes, and I need to be more careful about that. So I think names are always something that I'm struggling with as far as pronunciation, and apparently in this case not realizing that once upon a time Evelyn was a multi-gendered name. So thank you for those of you who brought that to my attention quickly. I did pin a comment to the top of my video saying, whoops. Anyway, I would love to hear what you think about what we can and can't control on Booktube. If you have advice for me, if you've had advice given to you that was so helpful in forming your channel, I would love to hear that as well. So please, let's have a great discussion down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching Booktube. Remember to be kind to yourself and be kind to others. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.